Café and Networking Podcast promotes entrepreneurs, startups, authors, business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, an American known as the King of Networking, connecting people and speaking from my studio in Vinhedo, São Paulo, Brazil. Today we talk with Shawn Harper, and he's joining us from Columbus, Ohio, in the United States. Shawn Harper is a motivational speaker, author, corporate trainer. He's also owner of Bridge Builders International, an organization working with all types of individuals and groups in schools, churches, nonprofits, and corporate businesses to empower them to fulfill their destinies. Shawn is also a former American Football Offensive Lineman in the National Football League. So Shawn, today, corporations frequently offer early retirement packages. Sometimes employees even ask to be retired. Is there a winner or a loser?
You know what? A lot of that depends on, the socioeconomic situations and settings that we're in. And right now, this is an amazing time to take advantage of something like that and to be deemed a winner. Because unemployment rates are just, and it's kind of, hurting right there, and looking for quality employers it is like a premium. One thing I didn't mention is that I also own another company, and I have ownership in there, and it's like over 100 employees, and just to find a good employee, somebody who's going to show up, that has ethics, that has, I am here to work. I am here to put in a full day's work, to give it my all. It is an absolute premium.
Right.
But it is also a great time to be, to have that winning mindset, because you can position and you can pivot. And we've talked about that in the pandemic, about you have to make a pivot. Well, what better way to make a pivot with having, a little early retirement, having your youth still, that
right.
You can move and you can adjust and you can launch into another field, another career. And the great and amazing thing about 2021, 2022 and beyond is that you can do so much at home with a computer,
right.
with a screen, and you can talk and you can interact and you can win and engage all over the world. Now, for me, winning is the fullest expression of who you are mentally, socially, economically, and most important for me is that word legacy. Right. And you have your youth, you have a foundation that you can adjust and you can pivot, you can adapt, and you can dominate. In this culture or in this actual environment, I would take it and run.
Well, even today, we talk about winning, but I'm sure in your life, you've also learned from losing, right?
You know what? The greatest teacher in life is failure. Failure is your friend. In fact, I don't even call it failure anymore. I'm like, Shawn, did you learn from this? Yes. We don't call it failure, call it tuition. Uh-huh. And I'm about to go into my office at the conclusion of this meeting, and I'm about to have an actual meeting with my staff about that word failure. Because I was doing some research, and the top 10 American NBA basketball players that missed the most shots, you would not believe who was on that list. Kobe Bryant is on that list. Right. Michael Jordan is on that list. LeBron, right. And the list goes on and on. The only difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan potentially is that from the other NBA players is that they took more shots. You have to take the shot. Sometimes it'll fall off, sometimes it'll fall in, but there's nothing worse than getting to the end and saying, wish it coulda, shoulda.
Well, that's part of, I guess, what you're going to be doing now with your group, because the other side of that is coaching. Sometimes when we're in the middle of the business, when we're in the middle of the action, we don't see what's actually happening. Somebody out there can help us better understand what we should be doing or how to correct that.
Yes, and being able to have an objective third-party opinion is so important. It is so important. also having somebody to push you past you. Oftentimes when I talk to CEOs or C-suite individuals, they're at the pinnacle, so they think, until they meet me, right? And so they're like, I'm great, I'm comfortable, I'm this and I'm that, but they know deep down inside there's more. Right. And the good ones, the real ones, they push past that moment and they never become comfortable, because comfort, if you're not careful, will become your casket. Okay.
That's true.
So you always have to have somebody else. One example that I always talk about is that water is water at 211 degrees. Water is water, but at 212 degrees, water boils, and boiling water has changed the world.
Right.
Who do you have, whether it's me or anybody else, who do you have in your life that's going to check you, correct you, motivate you, inspire you, and daggone near piss you off to push you in the 212? You got to get to the 212, and most people can't get there on their own.
Hey, we got to get out of the comfort zone.
Right.
Comfortable is not necessarily successful.
Right. It's dangerous.
Very good. Well, Shawn, I want to thank you. We're coming to the end of our time. But I understand that you've taken your whole life and put it into motivation. Right. Because from your past, obviously, you were out on the field. You were on many fields, right? And you won and you lost. You've learned from losing. You help others learn not to lose, but to win. And today, motivation, a motivational speaker, is a necessity in any corporation, even small businesses starting.
Yes, it is. It is, especially post-COVID. It is. I am going out speaking in corporate. I'm actually speaking in schools, and I'm seeing something I have never seen in America. I am seeing and then even outside of America, I am seeing an apathy. I am seeing a lack of just zeal, just movement. Right. And I have to switch my hats from being a motivational speaker to being an inspirational speaker. Because I have to jumpstart. I literally have to jumpstart people's dreams and goals, because you can only motivate a person's motive.
You have to wake them up. And today, what you said, and I've seen that here and everywhere, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new playing field. The rules have changed for everybody.
Yes, it is. And the people who make the adaptation and make the switch from this paradigm are going to be the winners.
Well, we hope that we're there with you and you're helping others to do the same. Okay, Shawn?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us. So the best place for our listeners to find you is on LinkedIn, and that's Shawn Harper, S-H-A-W-N. The last name is H-A-R-P-E-R. Or on his website, which is ShawnHarper.org. That's SHAWNHARPER.org. Right, Shawn?
I'm here.
Okay, thank you, and we hope to be talking to you again.
All right, you have a good one. Be blessed. Take care.
Take care, you too. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information on their website, focusmi.com. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.